Is it going live? It is. What's up? This is sitting on my desk, so I felt like wearing it. And Mom got it for me, so why the hell not? Let's see who is going to join in for this hopefully pretty short stream. I just felt like doing it because I know a lot of people want me to stream. I keep getting messages on like my normal videos of people asking me to stream. So we're streaming. So we're doing a quick little stream. Right off the bat, before anybody asks, because it will be asked, Mesozoic Isle episode 3 is still in the works. Unfortunately, I haven't got to work on it the last couple days for a couple reasons. One, the Versus review that was supposed to come out this week took way longer to make than I wanted it to. And so it actually ended up slowing down my schedule, which is why I'm going to end up pushing back Versus reviews and only doing them whenever I have time to do it, because they were taking away time. I thought I could make it as quickly as I made the Carnotaurus one. So the next Versus review is going to be the end of this week. And now I can work on Mesozoic Island stuff. But and Versus reviews are probably going to be pushed out of the weekly, the daily schedule until I can actually finish them off. But that's probably not going to happen again until I'm done with Mesozoic Isle episode 3 or anything like that. But also, we now know when I'm moving, so we've been starting up some moving preparations. So that's I don't want to build a snowman. There's no snow. So I'd be a little creeped out if I found snow outside. But what's up? Let's chat. So yeah, now that we got the Mesozoic Isle thing out of the way, what's up? How y'all doing? What are you guys thinking of the Safari reviews? Because unfortunately, I have to mark them as made for kids, so I can't get any comments on them. But that's okay. I'm not upset that I have to mark them as for kids because, well, I mean, it sucks, but I understand why Safari wants us to, because, you know, they are a company and they're sending figures out. And so if, you know, the video gets flagged by COPPA, then they're responsible for it. So, or partially responsible, not fully. It's still my video, so I did it, but they could get somehow raked into it if the FTC wanted to be a butthole, because they had something to do with it. So they're just trying to play it safe. So unfortunately, I have to make all those videos. The Safari sponsored videos are always going to be marked as for kids, which means no comments and stuff like that, and no not annotations, cards in the top corner of the screen, no end screen, stuff like that, which is why I've abandoned outros completely. It's just useless because some of the videos aren't even going to have an outro, and I just felt like it was a waste of time. So yeah, I'm just simplifying everything. Safari is cool. Safari is awesome. The Safari reviews are good. Sweat. I really like the adult perspective videos. Oh, thank you. I know that those videos have been performing really well. They've been outperforming everything. Even the Mesozoic Isle videos, like not in terms of like all-time performance, but like just in terms of how many views they rake in right now, they're outperforming Mesozoic Isle videos. And Mesozoic Isle videos are still some of my most highly performing videos. They're still raking in quite a few views, but those videos are actually outperforming them, which is really good. Or at least were, you know, for their first couple days of being out. So that's really popular. I'm really happy because it was just a really spur of the moment decision. It was a really interesting idea. I just felt like sitting down and talking. I'm really happy everybody's enjoying it. Unfortunately, the Vitae one didn't do as well as all the other ones. All the other ones are doing really great. Vitae one didn't do as well. Maybe it's just because Vitae is not as popular, but next one's going to be PNSO. And we still have a lot more other companies to talk about next week, like Eofauna and Beast of the Mesozoic, and we're going to talk about the Carnegie collection and what's the other one I put in there? Was it Terror by Batat? Yeah, I think it's Terror by Batat. And then we have more ones, really cool ideas. It's going to be quite a few weeks from now on until we run out of ideas for that one. So yeah, and if you guys have any great ideas for any other discussion topics that we can do on Kiki and Copy, please drop them in those videos. If I don't catch it in this live stream, please keep suggesting them, because I like creating the ideas and writing them down in my notebook way ahead of time so we can actually get it and keep this daily upload schedule going, which is really fun. Because literally it takes one day out of the entire week for me to make the entire week's thing. Like the last 2 weeks of daily upload things, I did every video in one day. I recorded them all in the morning. A little bit later in that day, I edited them all and rendered them all. And then at the end of the day, they were all uploaded and scheduled. So then the rest of the week was just me being able to do whatever I want. This week was screwed over because of the Versus review, because that took way longer than I wanted it to. So I stopped working on it and just the Versus review was supposed to be the first thing that came out this week, but then I just had to scoot everything else up the schedule because I needed to push it back to the end of the week so I could still work on Mesozoic Isle, but get that one out eventually. So I need to finish up that Versus review because it's still not done yet. So I plan to finish it up either today or tomorrow. What is tomorrow? Friday, yeah, so that should be plenty of time before Sunday. And then have it uploaded and scheduled for Sunday. And then on Saturday or Friday, I'm going to end up recording all the videos for next week. And then they'll be uploaded and scheduled before Sunday. So everything's good. Foggy Glass is relatable. Yeah. You can't live stream because I live stream. Oh, you got me there. I'm surprised you haven't gotten the Safari Amarga till now. I know, I really wanted that one really bad because I love Amargasaurus. I really didn't like it at first. That's the main reason I haven't gotten it for so long. I didn't like the size of it. But now that I'm like, I guess like don't like hold Safari in particular or any company to the size standards I used to, because I wanted everything to scale up, because I felt like the Carnegie collection was pretty good, but admittedly I remembered it a lot better than it actually was. In my childhood, I thought things scaled up a lot better than they actually did. But, you know, it's my favorite sauropod. It's a really nice piece, and it's just really nice to have in my collection as a really nice big thing to just display in the collection. All the reviews for those guys are going to be coming out. I'm probably going to record the reviews for all of them on this Saturday, and then they'll just be scheduled for the next 3 weeks, I think. I think it's day after tomorrow. Yeah, day after tomorrow, the Woolly Rhino review will come out. Really looking forward to that one. I love the thumbnail I made for that one. How are you guys liking the thumbnails, by the way? The Photoshop thumbnails. I'm really enjoying making those, by the way, because I mean, like, I can't go up into the mountains or take any really cool photography shots anymore with like really cool backdrops, or going to my grandparents' garden because of, you know, the whole situation. So I've been just like taking pictures of the models out in natural lighting, and then just and actually Spino Dude's here, so I have to give him credit because he's been helping me out a bunch with he has a more up-to-date version of Photoshop that has like a really cool cutting out tool. So we get those cut out, and then I Photoshop them into like backdrops and cool settings and try to make them look as good as possible. I'm really liking. I really love the Eofauna ones. I really like a lot. The Chansosaurus one turned out really great, and the Woolly Rhino one looks really good. I'm really happy about those ones. So, yeah. What are you guys thinking about those thumbnails? Will you do an adult perspective video on the R word? I thought about that, and I honestly did, but I don't think I want to, like, the video would just be so negative, and like, even though I'm going to be professional and mature about it, it's just so negative, and as much as I'd like to just expose them for being buttholes, everybody knows about that, so it's like, I mean, like, I guess not everybody, but most people know about it, and the people who are still buying from them are just going to keep buying from them because they're that kind of people. And people who aren't buying from them have the brains to not buy from them. And I just don't really feel like wasting my time making a very negative video that's just gonna probably end up just causing a bunch of controversy with a bunch of R word supporters in the comment section, or even getting R word themselves to confront me about it, which I would love to spit in their face, but I just don't even feel like dealing with it. It's just negativity I don't need, and I can focus on more positive things in life. Try to avoid it. If we ever find a good way to do it where I don't feel like I'm just going to be wasting my time just making a negative video, which I'd like to focus on positive stuff, then yeah, unless there's some way that you guys can either suggest something or that I come up with some idea of doing it that I'm happy with, then it's just not going to happen. Oh, thank you, King Egypticus. Thumbnails are good. That Spano Dude guy is so great. He is really great. 2020 is fundamentally broken year thus far. Yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on this year. The Ichthyosaurus thumbnail is seriously convincing. Hey, thank you so much. Yeah, actually, that's the first Photoshop one, and then the Kauno's Ray one was the next one after that, and then it was the Eofauna ones. I think the last of my thumbnails I actually took the pictures of the figures in place was the Shringosaurus and Sarcosuchus. Those ones I still think came out pretty good, especially the Sarcosuchus one. I really like how that one came out. It looks like a dry lake bed. Yeah, I'm really liking the Photoshop ones a lot. I think there's a lot more potential with those. And in particular, I think my favorite one is either the Paleoloxodon one or the Atlasaurus. I think I'm leaning towards the Atlasaurus because I just love the starscape. I think it's really beautiful. You typed 3 CS King Egypt, not 2. What? Well, it doesn't matter. Sick. It's just an extra at the end of it. Could you react to Jurassic World Swollen? Okay. Let's pretend like that didn't happen. Are those animals extinct? I think you are wrong. I just saw them on TV. Don't know. You were better than this. Me? Oh no, you're talking about King Egypticus. More like Rebor. Ha, got him. Yep, you got him real good. Question: when it came to Mesozoic Isle, were there any ideas or scenes not used in the prologue and 2 main episodes of season 1? Not a lot. I mostly refined things. Actually, yes, there was an idea in the prologue episode that I morphed. When you guys get to see the original version of Mesozoic Isle, which you will once the whole season's out, I'm gonna release the original version so you can see like the really crappy old original version. There was the whole concept where I was gonna use some of my dinosaur skeletons, and then they were gonna like morph and transition into the dinosaurs, and there's like a whole segment that explained the science right then and there. So the format was very different, and there was like a cool idea that I was going to have with the skeletons, but I ended up just cutting that out in favor of actual skeletons and just using them as a way to depict the way we understand dinosaurs now, and then transitioning into the segment where we are introduced to the island. So that changed. I mean, like, there's a lot of ideas that I changed about things in Mesozoic Isle, but in particular, episode 1 and 2 are pretty similar to how they originally were, just they're refined. It's more on the execution that really refined the first 2 episodes. Episode 3 and beyond is where you start getting into a lot more of the new concepts, where I changed up stuff from the original. So it's kind of hard to say there was some stuff that I really took out in episode 1 and 2, because I think I did a fairly decent job from the beginning. I think that mostly it was just things that were added, like the storm. Like in the original version of Mesozoic Isle, there wasn't really an inciting action. There wasn't really a storm. Maybe there was a brief idea of some kind of storm, but like it wasn't as fleshed out or as well developed as it is in this final version. So I don't think there's too many things I cut out in episode 1 and 2 in particular, but definitely later on. And there's even some spare scenes that I just came up with on the fly when we were recording the whole series. So there's actually a couple episode folders I have where they have extra scenes where if I find the place for them, or if I want to add them, I can. Or if an episode is a little bit shorter than I want it to, and like, because I'm trying to keep them all fairly around 30 minutes. Now that's not the pure goal. Like if it's going to end up being shorter, and that's just the way it needs to be, then it's going to be that way. I'm not going to just try to fill in with stuff with filler. But if there's like episode in a certain range of like 3 episodes that is a little bit shorter than the others, there's a couple extra scenes I shot where I'm like, hey, this might be able to fit right in here as opposed to this episode. So there's some stuff that I might shuffle around. There's some new ideas I put in there. There's some stuff I could cut that I've cut out and changed. A lot of stuff that I've cut out and changed from the season 2 and 3 ideas that I cut out completely, but that were really heavily impacted by how I was executing season 1. But those are all things I can only talk about once the season's over. So yeah, sorry about that. Hopefully that explains a little bit though. Yeah, the nature parks are opening up again, which is nice. My fave is the Woolly Run, to be honest. I like it a lot too. The thing that I really like it. It's really pretty, and I think the landscape is nice, but the lighting in that one is the least convincing out of my three favorites, which is the woolly rhino one, the Atlasaurus, and the Paleoxodon. The lighting in that one in particular is a little off, which isn't the worst thing ever because it is a thumbnail, so you are supposed to see the figure a little better, but the angle of the lighting didn't quite match up, and I didn't really notice until I was done with it, which is a little unfortunate, but in general, I think it's still up there. I just think I like the, in particular, the Atlasaurus one. I think I definitely like more. Responding to you saying to the adult perspective request, I completely understand. Saying no. Oh yeah. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate your understanding. I want to film new videos, but my phone is broken and the webcam is incompatible with any. Oh, dang that! I've gone through stuff like that. Actually, I was going through and rewatching some of my older videos the other day, just like going down memory lane. There was a couple videos in my old days of like Godzilla stuff where I had like long periods where I wasn't making anything. Where apparently I was having a lot of technical difficulties. I don't remember every detail about them, but I've had those in the past. Atlasaurus Photoshop is looking pretty realistic. Hey, thanks, dude. I'm going to be posting it in the community section tomorrow. It's already up on Instagram, so if you want a better look at that thumbnail, look at it on my Instagram. But I'm also going to be posting it on the community channel, our section tomorrow, so you guys can get a better look on it there. To show it off as a photography piece, photography/Photoshop. It's like, Photoshop type thing. Yo, I sold the steg, so ha. What? Oh, Spino Dude badmouth and Rebor while he owns the steg. Oh, yeah. He did sell the steg. He realized that he made a mistake. I'm almost done with mandrill colored hybrid uses. Oh, dude, that's going to be sweet. What theropod is Bone Crusher? He's a hybrid, so he's not a specific theropod. Can't wait for Winds of Change. That's episode 3's title. Wow, you actually remember that. That's epic. Yes, it is still episode 3's title. And I like the things it suggests there. It's pretty cool. I'm super excited for that episode. That episode's gonna be dope. Ooh, extended cut. Maybe there'll be bonus scenes. If I don't end up putting those extra scenes into Mesozoic Isle by the end, I will put them in the behind the scenes stuff or the deleted scenes stuff because they're deleted scenes. But I really like the concepts in some of them, and I think that I will be able to fit all of them in. So we'll see. Make a script, going over it and over again until I feel happy with it. Great, that's exactly what you should be doing. Community's kind of dispersed. I kind of miss Bing altogether. I don't see how it's dispersed. I mean, like, some people have moved on to different things, but like the community is always going to be evolving and changing. If you think about like pre-DinoTube, like I think of DinoTube as now this community was a thing, but like it wasn't in this form or had this name until Bioniclesaurus. I think he's the first one that coined the term DinoTube and really put it into effect and made the community feel like that. So before that, the community was basically the same community, but it was under a different name and it was in a different era, like Raptor Boy 101 and those guys, Gloppy and stuff. I never watched any of those. Don't ask. I know some people are going to ask, but I never watched them. I don't really know anything about it. But if you guys were back there, then you know about that stuff. So it was a different era, but everything is changing. It's always evolving. It's constantly evolving. I know that the community had a big change up again when like people like myself, Dino Man, and Spino Dude came more directly into the community because like it was mostly just circled around Bioniclesaurus and his tighter people. And then like Cameron was an extension of that. And then the community that was on those videos, that was most of the community around then. Then there was some other bigger players who came in at the community around then. I want to say Kayakasaurus was kind of part of the community there for a little bit, but then he skyrocketed off into his own field. Now he's like bigger and better and doing off his own things. That dude is going places. Then Spino Dude, he was always around like in this niche, but he wasn't a part of like the community to say like he wasn't like super involved in like the same, I guess, group of things and interacting with the other people. But then Dino Man, myself, and Spino Dude all came in, and I think that was the 2018 revolution for the community. Again, it changed up, and so now Kappa and everything, it's changing up again. It's evolving faster. The rate of change is quicker, but that's just kind of how it happens when communities grow and stuff like that. And yeah, when does Kate show up? Well, I don't want to spoil it, but sooner than you think. What is your most expensive figure in your collection? Probably still Bone Crusher. Yeah, I think Bone Crusher is still the most expensive one. Then it's close behind is the Vitae Giga. Up there. There you go. Oh, wow. There's just some repeated messages going on here. Have you seen season 1 yet? Season 1 of your series? I don't think I finished it. I forgot to after the whole Kappa thing happened. I forgot. I don't think I checked it out. Really want to get my hands on the movie Monster Series GMK, Baragon, and Male Muto. Like this one. It's nice figurine. And the Male Muto. Yeah, I have that one. I just have it because I love the Mutos. That was like the only figure made of them, but it's not really good. I wouldn't recommend it heavily unless you're just desperate for a Muto like I was. Interesting how when I watch dinosaur toy videos like your Mesozoic Albinus vs. Dinosaur Island, Gloppy's Prehistoric, yes, it's in all caps for the original series, still on YouTube. Continued. And Raptor Boy 101's 2 seasons of Dino Island. Even if they aren't around anymore, it reminds me of when I used to do the same thing back in 08 and 09. It's very, you see, it's the community's been around for a long time. What's episode 4's name? Do I want to reveal that? I guess I could. I think, if I remember correctly, I think it's Brewing Storm. I think that's the name of episode 4. I think it's Brewing Storm. I can't reveal episode 5's title because that'll like spoil a little bit too much of the events of episode 3 and 4 in particular. Oh God, I want to get this episode out so bad. Thirsty lake bed of the new Sargassou because it represents perfectly the drought which this animal would have faced. Hey, awesome. Thank you, dude. I'm glad that you really liked that one. I'm really happy with that one too. Out of all the like pictures that I've taken in my backyard, like in this house, because usually my cooler photography sessions are all up in the mountains or like in my grandparents' garden. But that one I'm really proud of, and that one was here in my backyard, and just like a patch of dead grass that my dad was about to fix, but I took advantage of before he did. Hear that? It's Winds of Change. Obvious Monsters Inc. reference is obvious. Hey, you are clever. That's exactly where I got that idea. Is Monsters Inc. I love Monsters Inc. It is my favorite Pixar film. And it's my 3rd favorite animated movie of all time. I like some animated movies. I think my favorite one is Ice Age. My 2nd favorite is How to Train Your Dragon. 3rd favorite is Monsters Inc. And then the 4th is probably Open Season. But I really love all those ones. And yes, that is exactly where I got the idea of Winds of Change. I'm really glad that someone picked up on that. Holy crap. Hadrosaur 838, you hold an even more special place in my heart now that you actually noticed that. Besides the R word, what's your least favorite dinosaur figure making company? That's a good question. Mojo, maybe? No, Recur. Not a huge fan of a lot of their stuff. Their stuff isn't bad, but like, not a really big fan of it. I think shortly after that would actually have to be like, well, Nanmu and W Dragon are kind of low down there, but I might like Mojo more than them because they're modern animal stuff, and they make a couple things I like that 2019 Trike. You like Undertale? I haven't played it yet, but I've been wanting to get around to it. Try Oh, a Dilophosaurus story. That's a good idea right there, mate. I mean, inspiration is, what we all use inspiration for things. Oh, there we go. Okay, I fixed it. It was lagging behind there for a second. Okay. Nice. Yes, that meme. Nice. 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 Love that. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. How long does the stream have to go? Not very long. I don't want to have this one take too long because, yet again, I want to work on Mesogal episode 3. I'm going to get around to it right now. Recur. There's 2 companies that start with an R that you hate or just don't like. I don't even dislike Recur. I think they have some pretty neat stuff. It's just like they're not my favorite. If you look it up, they're like a kid brand. Spino Dude did some reviews for them back in the day. They're like these squishy dinosaur toys, but like there's a couple of them in there that I'm like, hey, those are not so bad looking. There's some interesting ones in there, and they're for kids. They're squishy and stuff. I mean, they're not the best, but like I don't hate them. I mean, they're a really nice company. They're really pleasant. They were really nice interactions with Spino Dude. Can't dislike them for that. I'm not a fan of their figures, but like I don't really care about them. But like they're nice people, and it's a nice company, and they have a nice goal. So not really much dislike there. The reason I dislike Rebor is because the company sucks. Yes, I dislike a lot of their figures, but I dislike a lot of figures from a lot of companies. But the company themselves suck, and that's the key there. I was joking when I put that in. I don't know I'd actually get I didn't know I actually connect. Wait, really? Well, you hit it right on the nail. Kiki, have you ever bought any Bullyland figures? No, but that's another one I'm not a big fan of that I'd probably put down there with Recur. But it's not that I dislike them. It's just like I'm not a big fan of them. Nothing that really super interests me. How much of a percent of episode 3 do you have done? Oh, it's really high up there. I would say it's getting close to 90% done. It's like the sound design is very demanding. It takes a long time to do the sound design. But I need to finish up the sound design. And then it'll be good. Sound design's done, and then I can just do the narration, and then it's done. So, ever watch Really Wild Animals? They're around. Yes, dude, I grew up watching. I really love that. There's the dinosaur one, Really Wild Dinosaurs, or Really Wild Animals, Dinosaurs, and other something like. It was that's one I grew up with. When will it come out? Do you have a date? Oh my gosh, at the beginning of the stream I said no. I don't have date. Don't have date yet. No. I wish I really do, but I don't. I'm trying to get it done and then slap it in your face. You're fine. It tortures me because I hate that it's not out yet. Will you get the Wild Pass Protoceratops? No. I never got the Nodi, or I would have stopped playing Xbox to watch. No, it's no biggie. We're about to end it anyways. What did Barnacle think of Bone Crusher? Well, I mean, I'd like for him to tell you himself, but I mean, from what he told me, he loved it. So he really liked it. He thought the scene was the best he's seen done in Mesoka Isle yet. And he really likes the design of Bone Crusher and the whole reveal scene. So, yeah. And that's a unanimous reaction I got from all the dudes. Cameron, or Camo, Dino Man, and Bioniclesaurus. They all watched it at the same, almost at the same time. But they all watched it and had the same reaction. So I'm really happy. And I'm hoping that everybody else is going to have the same reaction too. I want to film a video called The Encounter. Oh, that would be interesting. How are the sounds and music? How were the sounds and music? Oh, that you shared a playlist to me, and I still haven't gotten around to looking at it. Well, since I'm going to be editing it here, I'll check it out. Don't need a girlfriend, but thanks for suggesting. Bone Crusher is in episode 3, right? No, he's not. His first the first episode where he comes in is episode 5. Which songs of Really are your favorites? Mine are the Heartbeats in Africa and City of the Creeps. I didn't watch all of them. I only watched the Really Wild Animals dinosaur one. Didn't really do anything else. Yeah, probably it probably would. There was a thing that was going on a while ago that was definitely help. I mean, but then again, like I was dealing with the whole COPPA situation, but very similar situation to what you're describing did and would have put a dent into MI if that was continuing. Tom Asada, the yet again, episode 5 is when Bone Crusher is revealed. That's his reveal episode. That's the one like piece of information about his reveal that I will reveal is that it's in episode 5, so you guys know when to expect it. Be my Minecraft girlfriend. Oh my god, stop being so cringy. Kiki, you missed the joke. You said didn't have a release date. Oh, I got your joke. Don't get me. Don't misunderstand. I got your joke. I was just trying to glance over that real quick because I didn't want to start the whole conversation about that. One of my favorite Really Wild Animals dinosaur one. They had like other creepy crawlies or creepy creatures or other weird wild creatures. I don't remember what it's called, the full title. But it's roaches and bats and some other stuff in it. No. Stop the cringe. No. Any last questions you guys have? I didn't want to have this stream go on for too long, but I didn't really tune in and check in with you guys. But I do want to get back onto editing stuff because I'd like for me to stop talking and telling you guys that episode 3 is going to come out and just show you the damn episode. It's freaking annoying at this point. The parts where the audio, like the narration's hard to read, that's genius. Well done. That's very well done. Do a 5-year anniversary commentaries on the 2 Godzilla movies I made on Godzilla Unleashed and a series I made on the same game. Ooh, that's pretty sweet. For season 2, what will you do different? I know there'd be a lot of changes, but I don't know yet. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I've purposely stopped thinking about season 2 entirely until season 1's done. So I haven't really had much thought on that since the whole COPPA thing. I just haven't really been thinking about how to do it. There will be similar concepts in Mesogal. Yes. The Dinoxels, you're talking about the river monsters thing. I think you're talking about the Paku episode because that was a piranha relative that's actually vegetarian in the Amazon, but then it was moved to somewhere in Africa, I want to say. Maybe it was Indonesia. I'm not sure. It was moved somewhere, and it ended up becoming carnivorous because there was a lack of the herbivorous material that it needed. Yeah, you will see some subtle changes like that for sure. Some things aren't well adapted to change like that much, so you'll see the repercussions of that. But yeah, there's definitely some concepts playing around there. I mean, I use River Monsters music inside of the episodes. I love River Monsters. River Monsters is one of my favorite shows of all time still. And so, yeah, definitely there's some inspired concepts in there. What episode did you leave off in season 1? Well, episode 3. Unless you're asking what's the last episode, it has 15 episodes through season 1. If you're asking what I left off filming, I've filmed everything. So there's nothing that needs to be filmed anymore. It just needs to be edited and put together. Godzilla. Oh, that's a nice title. Decisive Battle. Is that a reference to Evangelion? Love that. Would you like to see Safari update their 2020 Apatosaurus or the 2010 Apatosaurus? What are your thoughts on the Schleich 2020 Baryonyx? I think it's got some nice style to it. And I was thinking I was going to get it, but as time's gone on, I just don't really have that much of a desire for it, so I'm just not going to get it. 2010 Apatosaurus, I'd love to see a more up-to-date Apatosaurus. Really like to see that. I think I'd rather see a new Brachiosaurus, even though they've done a better one more recently. You can't really get it, and it's different. I don't know. I mean, just any sauropod really, I'm gonna be happy with. So just give me a good sauropod. Also, in general, I don't really have many wishes for specific figures from Safari. I mean, there's a lot of different genuses that I'd like to see them make, but at this point, I just want to see them make some good stuff. Just really excited to see what they're going to surprise us with. Not really anything particular I've put my mind to. I would like a new Albertosaurus. That's still something I'd like to get. Remember that one story from the Snakehead episode where someone was killed with their own spear? Oh, I do remember that, yeah. I am Jeremy Wade, and today I'm catching a true river monster, the Arapaima. No, he's catching barnacles. There you go. Speaking of titles, I love the episode titles I came up with for the Mesozoic Season 2. I loved naming episodes as well. I think that was really fun. I totally get you. Decisive Battle, Super 8 Ultra Brothers movie. Oh, okay. Okay. I was thinking it might be a reference to the song inside of Evangelion. I really love that song. 2021, I'd like to see from Safari a Mamenchisaurus, a Ranosaurus, a Megalosaurus, Phorosrhacos, an Albertosaurus, a Baryonyx, and a Corythosaurus, and a Shastasaurus. Really good picks. Not going to argue. New Safari Brachiosaurus in 140 scale would be awesome. Yes, I agree. I rushed naming the last episodes of the Isle of Sela because it sucked. I don't agree with you, but okay. I plan on basing more hybrids off of River Monster episodes. That would be sweet because there's a bunch of really cool, obscure modern-day animals that you get exposed to in River Monsters. Baryonyx from Safari would be really neat. I think they could do a really good one. Yeah. Anyways, any last questions you guys have before I get going? Let me just see if I missed anything up here. So. What if a Maiasaur replaced Edmond as a figure in Safari 2020 line? I mean, it's just all down to execution, really. I don't think it really matters that much to me what genus it is. I mean, of course, I'd like certain ones more because I'm more attached to them. But yeah. Will you be getting more PNSO statues? Yes. I will. Don't know which ones exactly in what order yet, but I will eventually. Why don't you agree with me, Mr. Kiki Riki Gorilla Whale 101? Oh, that I like what you did there. I like what you did there. That was very clever. You actually put Kiki Ricky. It's just there's no C. On the fact that it sucks. Yeah, of course it's outdated. There's so many things outdated with that old 2010 Apatosaurus. 2016 Shunosaurus, Plesiosaurus, Masiakasaurus, and Ambelodon. Ambelodon, I have that. I think it's neat. Pretty decent one. The Plesiosuchus, it's decent. It's not anything special. The teeth are kind of meh. The Shunosaurus, looks like it has some nice detail. I've seen it in person a bunch of times. Just never has really super appealed to me. It's eh. And the Masiakasaurus, I had it before. Gave it to Dino Man. I actually got it from Spino Dude, and then I gave it to Dino Man. So we just kind of passed it down the line. It's got some nice quality to it, like some nice details and stuff. Just doesn't super capture my imagination. It's got some just general things about it, just kind of off. Just not a big fan of it. I think most of those things are just like eh. I do really like the Iguanodon from 2016, and I really love the Carcharodontosaurus from 2016. Those are my favorite ones from 2016. Everything else is kind of meh. I'm actually surprised I did 12 episodes for season 1, but since season 2 is bigger project, it only has 10 episodes. That makes sense. It's fair enough. Will you do another live stream where David and Gibson are having a drawing competition? That would be nice. I wouldn't mind doing that. I would like to get another guest stream going if we can. Not right now, but hopefully soon. I'll talk to the dudes because you mentioned it. I'll talk to the dudes and see if they want to do it at some point. Do you see the Golden Dorado episode? I've seen all of them. I've seen every episode, like every single episode. I rewatched the whole series on Amazon Prime. I love it all, dude. I'm a super River Monsters fan. I've seen every episode. Seeing what Safari Ltd did this year, what color should they base their entire line off of next year? They should take after 2017 and especially 2018 with a bunch of different colors. Oh yeah, I finally got my mini zoo order. The Collector Throw is so small. Yeah, it is a pretty small dude. I'm glad that you finally got it though. I told you it'd eventually come. Safari need to make another Gorgosaurus and Hypocrosaurus. I'd like to get an Albertosaurus first because their last Gorgosaurus is still like it's still decent. The Albertosaurus has way more problems. And I just also kind of biased towards Albertosaurus. But I also think that they might be able to pull it off better. And also, it's very underrepresented. I think we've gotten more Gorgosaurus figures at this point. Albertosaurus is just really popular and doesn't really have that many representations in figure form. Hypocrosaurus would be nice, though. Dino Man will be missed. I know. I don't see him coming back. Majungasaurus would be a good one. That would be a really nice one. Papa made a feathered T-Rex. I always wanted them to, but now that we know that T-Rex probably wasn't covered in feathers, it's unlikely that they will. And I don't blame them. I'm so hyped for MI episode 3. Awesome, dude. I need to finish it for you. Sucks how he didn't upload any of his videos on Insta. Yeah, he was going to, but then I think he got tied up in real life stuff and it's not something he wants to focus on. And I respect that. I respect that more than anything. Has anyone said anything about putting his older videos somewhere where we can still see them? No. He hasn't said much anything recently. I'm sure that there's some ideas he's had, but I just don't think he really wants to commit to putting effort into any of that stuff. I'll bring it up to him again, though, since you brought it up, and we'll see what he says. I can always relay that to you. Thoughts on the Safari 2010 Kentrosaurus and Ramphorine? Safari Kentrosaurus? Safari made a Kentrosaurus in 2010? I didn't even know they made a Kentrosaurus at all. Okay, I gotta look this up. That's weird. Oh, holy crap. They made a Kentrosaurus. I didn't even know this existed. It actually looks a lot like they're the same style of their Stego. I even have a reused body sculpt from that one. At least the sculpting style is very similar. No, I don't think it is quite reused, but it's very similar. It's nothing I want, but it's not bad. Where the heck was it? Made a hybrid called Ooh, Sarcascucus and Acrocanthosaurus, and there's Inosaurus. Yeah. Oh, yeah. What about Daspletosaurus? That'd be a neat one, too. I don't think they need to update their Vegaceratops yet. I think they could do other ceratopsians. I agree that the Vegaceratops isn't perfect, but it's a decent figure still. Of course, I'd like Collector to make a Utahraptor for 2021. What if Safari did River Monsters figures? That's an interesting prospect. I guess they're kind of already doing that with some of the animals they've done on there. I think there's some animals we get to see in River Monsters that are also Safari figures already. Oh, God. Do you have any Mattel Jurassic World figures? Just this Indoraptor. And the minifigures. I got that minifigure set. You can see the little clear, invisible Indominus Rex right there. That's it. I just looked up the Safari Kentrosaurus. I think it's too green. Yeah, too green. Yeah, anyways. So I'm going to end the stream here. I'm kind of already tired, and I want to get back into editing stuff and not just sitting and talking about Mesocal. So, yeah. Did you see Bumblebee yet? And what are your thoughts? Oh, yeah, I saw it a long time ago, and I think it was pretty enjoyable. Not the best made film. There's like no plot in the film, like at all. There's no cohesive direction until like the end. So it's got a lot of issues, but I enjoyed it. It's an enjoyable movie. I don't know what the hell is going on in the chat now, but I'm going to remove that before something. A movie monster fanboy. The Speedosaurus. Oh, look, a T-Rex with larger arms. To be honest, I hate fanboys. Well, I mean, there's good and bad sides to fanboys. It's a bad rap because of the word, but usually the type of person that you're associating with fans, I can understand the stereotype. Been nice chatting with you this stream, Kiki. I will be having hype for the upcoming episode 3 of Mesoc Island. I hope everything goes well for you in the future. Sayonara, Kiru Kijira. Cool. Thank you. And I hope you have a lot of great luck in the future as well. I hope everything goes well. Stay safe. I think the collector should have a Giganotosaurus that would go well with the Eofauna Safari one. Yeah, we already have those other ones, so it would be fine if we didn't get it, but I'd be curious to see how Collector would do a Giganotosaurus. It'd be interesting to see, but I'd like them to really update their Carcharodontosaurus and make a Tyrannotitan or an Acrocanthosaurus update. I think that would be nice. Fish figures. Oh, yeah. Spencer's. Did you know that the lead actress also did Gwen/Spider-Woman's voice in Spider-Verse? Lead actress in what? Oh, Haley Steinfeld? I didn't know that Haley Steinfeld, or Haley Steinfeld? I think it's Steinfeld. Haley Steinfeld, I didn't know that she did that voice as well. That makes sense, though. Oh, God. The question has been asked again. What are my thoughts on the Papo Giganotosaurus? It's exactly what I expected, and we have better Giganotosaurus figures out there, so if you want a good one, go to that, and don't worry about that one. All right. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Love you. Bye-bye.